Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you my nail art for Luna's new music video, So What? This music video is particularly special because it was a first collaboration with the founder of SM. Needless to say, it slaps. If you've been living under a rock and haven't heard the word Stan Luna on Twitter or any other social media, Loona is a 12-member girl group under Blockberry Creative. Just like the other rookies that have recently come up, they're insanely talented and very well known for a pretty new group, I'd say. The concept for So What is very edgy, bikery. There's a lot of flames, so I added flames. Let's get into it. So the thumb is really simple, it's just the Luna symbol but a bit sparkly. We're going to start off with a plain black base. I'm sorry, there's literally like no other way to describe what I'm doing but just like copying the Luna symbol as best as you can. Don't worry about it being opaque or even neat. The thing you want to worry about most is spacing, because you're going to go over it with a second coat, and even if you don't go over it with a second coat, you're going to just put glitter all over it anyway. Glitter solves everything, it'll be fine. Most people would use clear coat, but I'm a rebel, so my second coat of white is actually going to be the adhesive I use. After I put down my second coat, while it's still wet, I'm going to sprinkle on some pretty white glitter, and for the slash I'm going to use some very cool hot pink. See, look how pretty that is. I didn't lie to you. These are very apparent in the music video. There's a lot of fire. So to draw this flame, you basically want to draw this very squiggly line and then another squiggly line intersecting the tip of it. That sounds so crazy, but really if you just draw a general shape of fire and don't try and make it too perfect, it'll come out fine. I don't know if you've ever heard of a dry marble technique when it comes to nail polish, but you're basically going to do that, but very messily. So you're gonna layer on each color. I went red, orange, then yellow because I wanted a lot of yellow. And before you let the previous color dry, you're gonna put on the next color and then swish it up to the top as much as you can without having the colors blend, so that you'll see a lot of orange in the red and yellow in the orange, and maybe even some yellow in the red as well. Now here's the part where all your mistakes will die. You're going to outline the flames as best as you can with your smallish brush, or you could use a toothpick if you want, in black. And then after you've outlined that pretty well, try your best to fill in the background with black without getting it on the flames, because it'll be really hard to cover up that sort of marble effect you have. So try and be neat with it. Checkered print is so common around like biker and hardcore themes, which I think really fits the theme of the video. So for this nail, you're going to evenly space lines horizontally and then go over those horizontal lines vertically across your entire nail to create this uncolored checkerboard look. Don't worry if it's not perfect. As you'll see, I'm going to completely ruin these squares later on by splattering paint on them, so don't worry if it looks super ratchet right now. And here's where you start to ruin these squares. For this part, I really focused on opacity since I knew I was going to go over the lines again. So as you can see, I'm completely going over these lines. They're super splotchy, just giant blobs of paint. Just try and make sure that the white and the black will be completely opaque as much as you can. But don't get the black on the white because that'll be really hard to build up again. Here's where you gotta put your precision pants on. So with your tiniest brush or a toothpick, which I sometimes use, you go over the lines in black as best you can, really try and even them out, make your little blobs look like squares as much as you can. You might need 2 coats, but this is all about neatening up everything. Okay, so this is a nail that took me quite a while. We're going to replicate the So What logo. So we're going to start by making a giant slash across the entire nail diagonally. And we're painting the top left section red and the bottom right white completely. So if you don't know the So What symbol, here it is. As you can see, the letters don't really line up correctly. So I started with the red side because it seemed easier. I used a toothpick this time because I really wanted to get it as spaced out as possible and I didn't have a small enough brush. You're going to cut off the O in so and the H in what, and then write whatever else you need, the S, the W, you know how to spell So What. So I got tired of messing up the other side. As you can see, I colored over the white several times. You could still see the red poking through. So this time I used orange acrylic paint so that it's easier to wash off if and when I mess up. As you can see, the O and the H don't correctly line up, just like the reference photo, so make sure you don't line it up perfectly. That's what the slash is for. It's supposed to like sort of separate them and have the white part slide off, and then with your tiniest brush you're just going to emphasize that slash with some black polish or acrylic paint. So, what do you think? Did I nail it or did I fail it? And who's your bias in Luna if you are in orbit? All the music, fan cams, everything I use in the description. Of course, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.